The race for Attorney General has heated up on the airwaves. In a recent attack ad, Democrat Raul Torres makes allegations against his Republican opponent, citing specifically the clients of his firm. Tonight, Target 7 looks at the facts behind this ad. Here's reporter Faith Abuanu.
Looking at these campaign ads, there's one thing the candidates for Attorney General agree on.
No matter your political party, crime is hurting every New Mexican.
The Mexicans are fed up with the revolving door that keeps letting violent repeat criminals go free.
But in this attack ad, Democrat Raul Torres is accusing his Republican opponent, Jeremy Gay, of defending criminals while he was prosecuting them.
While I was standing up for victims, my opponent was representing dangerous criminals and child sex offenders.
Look closely at the ad. Torres is making reference to this federal court case in which Gay is listed as the attorney representing a man who was charged with aggravated sexual abuse and intentionally touching a minor. The man he represented pled guilty and was sentenced to 78 months in prison.
The lawyer's job is to provide a defense to the client. An end of story.
KOAT legal expert John Day says just because an attorney was a criminal defense lawyer should not eliminate them for running for Attorney General.
When you're a lawyer, you take an oath to defend the Constitution. The same way doctors take oaths to do no harm and serve their patients. And you can't say that just because a lawyer is defending someone that they're endorsing their conduct.
We reached out to Gay's campaign in an email. They said Gay did not actually represent the man. A campaign spokesman said, quote, Jeremy's law staff filed what's called an entry of appearance in cases that pass through the firm, regardless of whether he works directly on them. He did not appear in court, draft any pleadings, or participate in any litigation in U.S. versus Largo. The defendant was fully represented by another attorney, which is the constitutional right of every American. Here's a copy of the appearance in federal court. It has Gay's name signed electronically.
The ad is technically correct. Jeremy Gay did file an actual document that says entry of appearance, which means he personally entered an appearance in the case, and that's a fact. That's in the court file.
Target 7 combed through state court records as well and found that Gay's law firm also represented people charged with DWI. According to Torres' campaign website, he never spent time as a defense attorney. According to his campaign website, Gay is a former Marine, and he too spent time prosecuting criminals in the Judge Advocate General's office.
I'm a father and a former prosecutor, not a politician.
And both candidates promised to take criminals off the streets.
Enough is enough. As district attorney, I've led the fight to fix this broken system.
I'll fight for a safer and more prosperous New Mexico. I'll get justice for victims and take criminals off our streets.
For Target 7, I'm Faith Abuanu.
Faith, thank you. Current Attorney General Hector Balderas is unable to run for office due to our state's term limits.